Hello everybody and welcome to Jumputi Heroes. We're going to be doing a nice news video here that hopefully won't go too long, but almost definitely will. We're going to start things off with a bit of news that came before the data download, and that is the second ever fan survey and vote. Now the original, we were able to gather quite a lot of information from that about what we could expect from the game going forward. That included stuff like characters that we could expect to see being added from existing series. That also included series that had not been in the game yet being added. And now, from this vote, a little bit less to gather, I think, a little bit less, but we can clearly see what they're thinking. And a lot of this information is going to be used most likely for year 2 of the game. The anniversary is coming up. So this information will probably be year 2 rather than for the anniversary celebrations itself. That being said, what do we actually have here? Obviously, we get a choice on which unit will ascend to 6-star rarity. A big part of this will probably be influenced by the fact that certain characters, like for example Rukia and now Sakura Haruno, and maybe to a lesser extent Kuwabara, are all going to be high luck for a lot of people because of the event they're involved in. So it's possible that they will get quite a few votes. In terms of who's popular, I think Joey Wheeler and there's a few others where the series haven't got much representation, so the character is going to be quite popular. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, we still haven't even got Seto Kaiba, so he's in the game as an enemy, but he's not obtainable yet, even though there are other stages like that where the characters are obtainable. So the basic situation is one of these characters will be 6-star for the anniversary, which is pretty cool. As for the other stuff, it's mostly generic questions. They're trying to work out, you know, little things like who is their target audience. This is important because, you know, depending on your... I mean, the gender is less important, but I think in terms of the way Japanese people may see things, they may see that as there's certain events that they could add to the game that maybe would be focused less at men and more at women. Examples would be anything that has like a romance element, or anything that has a more of a slice of life element to it. So maybe there's some reasoning behind that, I'm not too sure. But with the age group, that's going to heavily influence which eras they're looking at for releasing content for. If you're 14 years old or younger, and that's the overwhelming majority, they're going to go, shit, well, we need My Hero Academia, we need Black Clover, we need Kimetsu no Yaiba, we need all these series that are popular right now in Jump, and we need to start getting events ready for them. But if loads of people that are 50-year-old turn out to be playing the game, they'll go, maybe we need some of the classics, maybe we need to look back, and maybe we got to think about adding more series that are not in the game yet that are like a lot older, or maybe expanding on some of the older series. And for other ones, like for this section, they're just trying to work out what's the best time to drop events, what's the best time to drop news, what's the best time to... Because they did an event, you may remember, not that long ago, where you could only do it like during a 1-hour period, and it happens during 2 1-hour periods at like really awkward times for most people. In Japan it wasn't that bad, but it was still like at a time people would be at school or at work, and it was just kind of weird. So I guess that's what they're trying to gauge with this. With the news apps, I'm not too sure. Maybe trying to figure out who they're going to advertise with for the anniversary. That could be a big thing. Like, the anniversary is going to be a big fucking deal. They're going to want to advertise it, and they're probably just figuring out how they're going to go about doing that. This is interesting. So, there is a list of games here that they are asking, do you play any of these games? And this could mean one of two things. Number one, that any of the games here that people talk about, say Dragon Ball Z, say like Dokkan Battle. Tons of people, if they say tons of people say, yeah, we played Dokkan Battle, then they'll go, shit, maybe we should do a Dragon Ball event. Same with One Piece Treasure Cruise, same with Captain Tsubasa. You could definitely see that. And there's some weirdness here. Like, obviously, they chose Bleach Brave Souls over Paradise Lost, even though Paradise Lost is a line game, because Paradise Lost is dead. But certain ones like Shinobi Collection over Naruto Blazing, it's like, okay, I see where you... Okay. Stardust Shooters didn't mention DR, didn't mention Pitter Patter Pop. Some interesting choices. Mostly fairly straightforward. And maybe, like, this is very real possibility. Less so for games like Dokkan Battle, but maybe collaborations could happen. I don't think it would happen between a Bandai game and a Line Corp game, but it's not impossible. But I think in general they're just trying to get a feeling of what kind of events do people like, what kind of series do people want to see, and just to give them a rough glimpse at things. A big thing is Puzzle and Dragons has done a few crossovers and I believe is about to do, at least on the English version, is about to do a Shaman King crossover. So it'd be nice if we could get Shaman King, but yeah, unlikely. Selecting the event we'd like to play again. This is interesting because all of the Unity battles are included, but in terms of the other stuff, like the special story events and the shop events, they didn't include everything. So I don't really know why, but that's how it is. And I would assume that certain events like Heart Summer's Valentine, like Welcome to the Ginger Zone, Trick or Treat, stuff like that, they're all really specific to a time of year. So I don't really... I guess it's giving them an idea of, like, do we repeat this event or do we make a new event? Maybe that's it. I don't know. And in terms of repeating the event, I think they would add stuff to a repeated event, but maybe if one of the events got a particularly low amount of votes, they'd go, okay, people didn't enjoy that, let's try something else for that time of year this year. But this is the one that people will be most interested in. Please select the series you want a special story event for. This one could not be more straightforward. They obviously have a bunch of series here, and they're asking us which ones we'd like a special story event for, and this crushes me. This crushes me. For one, Slam Dunk is not there. Okay, but Slam Dunk isn't in the game yet, so fair enough. JoJo isn't there, but JoJo Part 1 and 2 probably wouldn't get a story event, and Part 3 isn't in the game yet. Fair enough. Katekyo Hitman Reborn isn't there, and that sucks. Kimetsu no Yaiba isn't there. And there's a few other series I really would have liked to see there, but there are some classics, some greats back here, and there's some, like, modern masterpieces down here. In terms of the series I would be interested in seeing the most, and like, it would be easy for me to say all of these. I want all of these. There's no doubt I would love to see events for all of these. But in terms of the ones that jump out to me, or pretty much I would say all the classic ones. I would say, oh, we're getting into the 2000s here. Up to there, nah, I don't care that much about Death Note. Up to there, all of them, please. And then from here, Promised Neverland, that's it. All these ones in the middle here, these are not bad series by any means. I have actually, other than Haikyuu, I've read all of these in their entirety. And I enjoyed them a lot, and I know Haikyuu is insanely popular in Japan. It's just a matter of, I don't necessarily think they need story events. Well, Niseko in particular, some of these, I mean, you could definitely make one for Shokugeki no Soma, you can make one for Kuroko no Basket, you can, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna kind of review this a bit more, and I'm gonna do some predictions on what I think we can expect for the anniversary at some point. I'm gonna try and work on it when I can. I don't have a lot of time at the moment, which kind of sucks. But screw this. Let's move on to the actual story event, and I'm gonna breeze through this. If you want to read any of this in detail, links to the website will be in the description. But let's go through this. So to start things off, I talked about the vote. Yeah, live stream coming. You can already see there. The next event will be themed around Naruto. And there's a little sneak peek there that shows a lot of the stuff we can expect to be coming. The things that are going to be active for the start of the campaign straight away, and these are starting tomorrow I think, are the Green and Blue campaign, which is going to help you strengthen your green and blue units, which is good for certain stages. They're also going to help us strengthen our legend summons. I don't necessarily know the idea behind this, other than I guess we'll be getting a lot of beginners starting the game because Naruto is such a big deal, and I think they're probably thinking, okay, these people are going to fucking need Athena as high level as possible for some of these stages. Daily gacha is now going to be 2 times a day. I think the drop rate is like 1% still. In theory, that means you should be averaging like, what, 3 5-stars a year with the old system. You should be averaging 6 5-stars a year off this gacha if you hit every single one. More like 7. More like 7. Whether it works out like that, I don't know, because I don't know that many people that have got a 5-star off the daily gacha, but that's how it should work in theory. Yusuke's coming back. He's great for tower. That's why they brought him back. They did the same thing with Super Saiyan 3 Goku during the last bit. No news on Stage Mode Naruto, but I have no doubt he's coming back because it's the Naruto event. It just makes sense. The new limited gacha, Nine Tails Awakening. We get One Tail Naruto, which the sprite looks really fucking good. And I'm tempted to pull, but it's like, it's 9 multis for a guarantee, and the anniversary's right around the corner, so I don't know if I can justify that. But with the updated character pools, it's a little bit more tempting to go to like 3 multis, say, and then maybe you can get a 5-star that you wanted. Unity battle, we still have no news. I think there will be a Unity battle, probably, but there might not be enough room considering how massive the event is. But I would say Pain is definitely on the cards for a Unity battle. For Tower, we have Tower running right now. Keigo Tobe is in there. I wouldn't expect any news on the next series of Tower for a little while. The Naruto Side A gacha, oh my god, this fucking gacha is mad. 4 characters that are going to be so madly wanted, especially by beginners. And you've got to remember, Naruto still remains as one of the best supports in the game. So, pretty mad. And Naruto is going to be key for people that want to try and beat Kakashi. So, just a great banner. Just a great banner around. We're finally getting adult Sasuke. He looks sick. We're getting Tamari, who I know a lot of people love Tamari. Shikamaru, one of my personal favourites. Fantastic to be getting him. And as for Side B currently unconfirmed, but it very much looks like Gaara, Neji, Rock Lee, and then probably V1 Naruto again. If they wanted to make that V1 Sasuke, Gaara, Neji, Rock Lee, V1 Sasuke, oh my god, incredible, incredible, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think it will be V1 Naruto. And look, I'll be happy with this second gacha as well. And I'm really tempted to pull on both, and that's kind of troubling, but whatever. Catastrophe class event, Sasuke Uchiha. This, people that play Blazing, this will bring you back. This will give you a nostalgic feeling, because you can pull for this new Naruto, who's probably going to be crazy powerful, and he is going to counter One Tail Naruto countering CM2 Sasuke. Makes sense. They did it already in the in Blazing. They're doing it again here. If you beat the hardest difficulty, you will get the costume that has the black lightning around it. Pretty cool all around. I'm really happy with how this is being handled, because if you're, the thing is, right, with the way they've done events so far, it was kind of like straight to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, straight to Gear 4 Luffy. They even started with post-time skip Luffy, so there was a little element of like, these series have a lot of good content earlier on, and it's like, I just feel a little bit weird not having that included. And what they're doing, they did it with One Piece where they kind of went back. With Bleach, they didn't go quite as far forward as some of the other events. And with Naruto going back, I like it. I really like the going back. I know we had Gear 2 Luffy after having Gear 4 Luffy, and I think that was a good move from them. But this is a really good move, because this fight, this scene is like one of the most iconic in the series. So having that as a Catastrophe limited, really nice. Datara is coming. We don't have information on his unit per se, other than the banner image, because he hasn't been added to the files, but his banner has. I assume that version 1 Sasuke, the adult Sasuke, will be the counter to Datara. Not 100% on that. Hidan is going to be the Transcendent event. These events are normally quite easy, but Shikamaru will almost definitely, I am almost 100% sure, will be the counter to this event. Beginner Haku, again, paying homage to a part of the series that happened ages and ages ago, but for most people, Haku and Zabuza will be like the first major event they remember from Naruto, and the one that sticks with them quite a lot. I know it is for me. Zabuza nowhere to be seen, but Haku's there, and that's cool. Beginner events typically are incredibly easy, so I don't expect anyone to be a counter to this event. Just go and beat it. Just go and beat it. It won't be hard. We have the Summoning Scroll Gacha. This is what they've been doing with a lot of the story events, and I think it's a nice touch because people will complain that during the Bleach event they only pulled Sakura. People complain that during the Dark Tournament event they only pulled Botan and maybe a couple of Kuwabaras. I get it, I understand, but to have these scrolls for free, and you have like a 5% chance of getting the character you want, and I have no doubt they're going to give a bunch out. Worst case scenario, you get a bunch of luck on Sakura, or you get some trade medals. But you have a chance of getting all these new units, and I think that's really nice. In my opinion, I can see why some people would not particularly rate it that highly. I get it, but for me, it's pretty cool. And we have basically confirmed that there is going to be a Naruto story event, and the Naruto story event will probably be similar to the Yu Yu Hakusho one, and it will focus around the Sound Ninja. So we expect to see the 5 Sound Ninja, and we expect that the side B gacha will counter the Sound Ninja, because it's Gaara, it's Neji, it's Rock Lee. These are all characters that have had major fights in the series against the Sound Ninja, so that works for me. That works. I don't necessarily know how it's going to work with all 5 characters. Like, are they all going to be obtainable? I'm not sure that they will. I would say odds are, in my opinion, we will probably see Kimimaro for sure, and I will say Kidomaru. I think Kimimaro will be the story mode boss the same way 100% Toguro was. I think Kidomaru will be a challenge stage similar to Karasu, and I think there might be a chance that Tayuya will be like a shop unit or something like that, or maybe there'll be another kind of event integrated into this. It's kind of hard to say, but I don't imagine that all 5 will be attainable. If they are, that's pretty cool. They're going out of their way there, and I appreciate that. And you'll see Orochimaru is also there. Chances are Orochimaru is going to be returning. His battle rush is going to be returning, and he'll probably be obtainable again, which would be nice. It would be even nicer if they added some new stages and he could be obtainable twice, and I can get 2 copies. But I don't know. At the moment, there isn't actually a unit to counter Orochimaru, which is why I think originally I thought Sasuke was probably going to counter Orochimaru. But it's possible that one of the other units, like Tamari or someone like that, will just counter it. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be someone that... I don't know. It doesn't necessarily have to be Sasuke. So... hard to say. Hard to say for me. Kakashi's coming back. He's going to have a lower difficulty to make it easier for people to get, and obviously Naruto is going to be a lot more available to people from the side A and side B gacha, so it'll be easier if you pull him as well. There's going to be a City Hunter and Cat's Eye pickup gacha. I don't think I'll personally be pulling this because I have 2 out of 3 5 stars, but very nice, paying homage to the fact that there is the City Hunter anime movie that came out this year, came out this month, and the Cat's Eye girls do in fact play a cameo role within the movie. Very nice touch by the movie creators, and very nice touch by the Jumputi devs. and there does appear to be some kind of City Hunter, not necessarily an event, might be an event, might be a gacha, maybe they'll let us evolve Kaori, maybe, I mean, it could be anything, but there is some kind of City Hunter, something being planned, because there is the 100-ton hammer, Kaori's 100-ton hammer in the files. Ichiraku Ramen also in the files, and I don't know what this is. It could be the points thing for this event, it could be the equivalent of books or whatever, or it could be similar to the Soba that we had at New Year. Very hard for me to say. I don't know, but I think we will have some kind of points collectible for this event, so could be cool. And that about covers everything. Oh, the missing IDs. Okay, so basically from the survey characters, the only survey series left that we haven't got anything from is My Hero Academia. I think that is probably going to be the first series to get some major treatment in year 2 after the anniversary. Like I said, I'll talk about that more in a separate video, but of those series, a lot of the stuff kind of makes sense. Hiei was added as part of the Dark Tournament, so the Three Kings weren't there. Momo wasn't there because Momo's not particularly popular. Fist of the North Star, they did things weird. I don't really get it. Like, Sava and Toki, okay, yeah, but why isn't Sava playable? Doesn't make sense to me. And why offer us Jaggy and Shin and then add the heart? Very odd. I know that was part of like a collaboration thing, but still very odd. One Piece, we didn't get any of the survey characters. I don't know what that's about. Dragon Ball, that makes sense. Android 18 was added, but they ended up going with a Cell Games event, so Gotenks and Vegito wouldn't have made sense. Mr. Satan could have made sense, but maybe they saved that for later. So I'm really expecting My Hero Academia to be coming in the next year. And Naruto, the first series to get all 4 characters from the survey. So that's cool. That's cool for them. It's a big series. It makes sense. I know One Piece or Dragon Ball could have done that too, but with One Piece and Dragon Ball, they've probably already got the 2nd and 3rd events planned. So, you know, don't get too upset about that. As for Bleach, there are currently 4 missing IDs. We think it is incredibly likely that one of these is Chad from, you know, from Bleach, or from the early Bleach, or from Hueco Mundo. Could be Hueco Mundo Chad. As for the others, I have no idea, and it's possible that Chad could be an ID later after Aizen, but I think Chad is most likely in there somewhere. And as for who the other characters are, I really don't know, because there's so many characters you could fit in there. But it's nice to know that there are more coming. And as for Naruto, oh boy, there are a lot of missing IDs right now. We know what most of them are, but we kind of don't know what most of them are. For a start, Iruka Sensei, Ibizu Sensei, and Konohamaru were added to the files by accident on the website, and we don't know necessarily that they're even going to be obtainable in any way, shape or form at any point in the future. But we know they have been made, so there's that. And as for all the other gaps, like you could say, we don't know what Gap 7 is. That could be like an enemy file or something like that. We don't know for sure. All these other files here that have the question marks, they're going to be one of these units. That's the way I see it. And then it's possible that there could be more after Haku. I don't know. Because even if we say like Sakon and Jirobo are completely unobtainable, that doesn't mean that they don't need a slot in the files. So they will probably be there somewhere. And that's about all I really wanted to talk about for now, this video. Oh, 24 minutes, Jesus Christ. It'll probably be a little bit shorter, a little bit longer, I don't know. Thank you all for watching. And basically, I was working on a Jump Force video. It ended up being a little bit more difficult than I thought, because I had some issues with my old Gato setting that up, and then, oh boy, did I have some issues when I was actually playing the game. And as for the Jumputi video, I don't know how long that's going to take either, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get this shit up over the weekend, we'll see. Big gaps between videos, I know, but it's, you know, work gets in the way, and sometimes you just hit a creative block, you don't know what to make, and it's a whole thing. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.